What is up, Epic Travelers? Matt here again.
And I'm Kat. We're the owners of Epic Vacation Planning.
Got a little, just like a trip report. Kind of really short, though. It was a little staycation, just a one-night thing. One of the benefits of living here in Orlando is that sometimes you get to just go to Disney.
Nothing to do on a Friday night? Let's go.
Well, it was Saturday night, technically.
Night.
But that's one of the ways we reward our kids. Our kids, they checked off all their rewards this week. They slept in their own bed, which is always a plus. And they got to go to Disney. That was their reward for the weekend. So where'd we go?
We went to Port Orleans. French Quarter.
French Quarter. Never stayed there before.
Nope. First time.
For both of us.
All of us. All four of us.
That's right. That's right. It was awesome, though. I think overall, I was really impressed.
I think this was one of my favorite quick staycations we've done with our littles. We didn't have our 11-year-old. It was just the two little ones, 4 and 2. And it was the perfect place for us to go with the little ones.
Yeah, it was really could. I liked it. Where'd we stay?
So we stayed in Building 6. We were in a riverside view, so we got to see the boat going by. We were kind of over on the side closest to the Riverside Resort, not quite the last building. But not only did it have great views and an awesome walking path, but it was quick to the pool, it was quick to dining, it was quick to beignets. I mean, we could get everywhere fairly quickly.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. The view was actually really cool. Again, usually at Disney, the views aren't everything unless you're like Animal Kingdom or something. But the view was really cool to see the river. I really, really enjoyed it.
It was great.
And the rooms were awesome too.
Yeah.
I thought they were really well done. They seem updated.
They did. We were in a standard 2 queen.
2 queen.
With the kids.
Yep.
Which is fine for the 4 of us. But they were updated. There was plenty of storage.
Yeah.
There was a lot of underbed storage, which for us is always big because we tend to overpack.
Yeah.
So we could store the luggage since we were only there one night. We didn't unpack everything, but there was lots of space, easy to get to, easy to access.
Cool. And we'll put the link into the resort tour and the room tour below.
Our full tours we'll link there underneath. But before we really got down to the nitty-gritty of the resort, we went and did a little bit of flower and garden at Epcot. With the kids.
Yes. Our goal was, again, kind of make it a kids' day, so we were trying to focus on like kid-centric foods. And I got up early that morning. Well, we're always up early, but I got us a Guardians of the Galaxy time. And I had never been on Guardians of the Galaxy, which I should have been a long time ago. But
little latecomer to the party.
I'm late in the game. And we decided to take Paxton, our oldest, went on it, and it was awesome.
Yep.
Like, I was blown away. I want to post a little video on it, honestly, because I did not know what to expect. I kind of avoided spoilers, and it was way better than I expected. Like, so much better. Paxton did not love it. Did not love it on it. No, but he didn't want to go out with you.
No, we did not child swap. It was a one and done kind of ride for him. He's 4, almost 5. We'll be 5 in July. He's never really watched Guardians.
No.
And roller coasters he's still a little iffy with. He loves the idea of them, but it takes some warming up for sure.
I think the unknown got him too, because it's dark, and you never know which way you're going to turn, and he did not.
His little mind was a little blown. But it was really fun. We took our daughter, who's 2, to see Anna and Elsa. She has been kind of frozen everything for the last couple of months, and it's really kind of been her big reward to go and see Anna and Elsa and meet them and get to see them. We did the Frozen ride after we met the princesses. Both kids were a little starstruck, didn't quite know what to do when they were face to face with Anna and Elsa. But
so talkative normally. Normally they won't stop talking. Our kids will never stop talking. Then you put a princess in front of them and they're like
melting.
Hi. It's just, it doesn't make any sense, but it's fine.
Highlight of the trip, I think, for Calix, for sure.
They had fun. They had a blast, for sure.
For sure.
Did a couple more things there, rode a couple of the rides, but nothing crazy.
Couple
just
food
kind
booths.
of, some stuff to get the kids around.
Lots of desserts for the kids.
Yes, they did. They did lots of desserts, for sure. We did the mobile check-in for the resort.
We did.
Which was helpful. And our room was ready by the time we were ready to leave. And then we headed back, and right before we got actually to the room, it kind of looked dark, which was a good way to get the kids kind of moving there. And it started pouring as we came in with the stuff.
Yeah, I got trapped with the 2 kids in the rain real quickly, but it was fine.
It happens. But it kind of started to clear up a little bit, and then we headed over for dinner for the kids. They have just one dining option there, which was okay.
Yeah.
It was a lot of options, which is good. You know, you had different sections for different things, like sandwiches over here and some actual entrees over there, and bakery part. So, and again, all that's in the resort, so we can go over all of that. But it was good. It had a lot of different options.
Great kid options. I felt our kids are pretty basic kids when it comes to food: chicken tenders, mac and cheese, and cheeseburgers. And there was a lot of options that really kind of hit the nail on the head for the kiddos.
And because of the storm that blew through, the pool was actually closed, so we used that as a couple minutes break to get the kids to eat. And they could see that the pool was opening, and they ate, which was great.
Fast as possible.
We did. So we hit up the pool that night. I think the pool's open late. It was open until, I think, 11.
Yeah, 11.
Really open
10 to 11
Maybe
or
10,
10
11,
to 10.
somewhere in there. But we were in there until about 9 o'clock, I think. Yeah.
We were.
The kids would have stayed, I think, longer if we didn't make them get out. And then they crashed hard after swimming all that time. We got up early, and then we did breakfast again at the quick service place. And then we basically rope dropped the pool. The pool didn't open again until 10.
10,
So it was a little bit of a late start for our kids. Our kids are up early, but...
We played on the playground some, which is one of the pluses of a lot of these Disney resorts. They have an actual physical playground, which is fun for our kids to burn some steam. They got to play with a couple other little ones that were there waiting for the pool to open as well.
Yeah, it was cool. And then we just grabbed clothes for them. We didn't really swim that second day. We had to change the clothes for them. And before we left, we had to get one of the most important parts. Again, I had never done it, and I'm not a sweets person, but they have beignets there.
But you're a caramel person.
Fresh made. They had salted caramel. I was like, I'm in now. The kids destroyed them. They loved those things.
It was an easy way to wrap everything up, get the kids out of the pool, and kind of on with the day.
And they were definitely fresh. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, they were great.
So, on to my favorite part now. Right? We're going to go through the good, the bad, and the epic of our trip. And we haven't talked about these, so they might overlap. Sorry, they do. It is what it is. But why don't you go ahead and start with your first good thing from Port Orleans French Quarter.
My first good thing was the dining.
Okay.
You know, like we mentioned, there's not a ton of dining options, but for this being a kid-centered trip, you know, it wasn't really dining options for us. It was more for our kids. It was easy to order the food. We waited a little bit to get the food, but they had great options for the kids, both for dinner and for breakfast that we ate there. You know, our kids ate meals, which is sometimes hard for 2 and 4 year olds. So I thought that was a really good benefit of the resort.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
My first one was the room. Honestly, it was really well done. Like it was very clean. They had the new floors there. They had the raised beds. You could fit all the luggage under there, like you mentioned before. Huge TV. It felt clean. It looked nice. It felt updated. It still had some theming. It wasn't as themed,
but the little touches like the Mardi Gras beads is something that really kind of tied it together for the kids and for us. They were pumped to have some beads. They were excited about the room. I agree. I think overall it was really good.
Yeah, I thought the room was definitely a plus for sure.
Yeah,
all right.
Absolutely.
Anything else you thought was good?
I thought the poolside bar was good.
Okay.
We didn't spend a lot of time there. You know, it doesn't have the food options there, but it's a quick, easy place to grab a drink of any kind. You know, if you need something. Disney's a little strict when it comes to drinks in and around the pool, so you don't get to enjoy it quite as much. But it was a really good option to have there for a little bit of adult time.
Yeah. It was cool.
Yeah.
So my other good one was just the vibe of the resort. I thought the vibe was really cool. They've got the little horse, I guess, statues where you used to tie the horse up at old times, you know, in Louisiana. I thought that was really cool. They've got lots of little courtyards throughout there. It's shaded in a lot of parts. I mean, again, I'm not from New Orleans, but I'm telling you, you walk down some of these streets and you're going, man, this looks really familiar.
Yeah.
I've been there before, and they did a really, really good job with that, for sure.
They did. They have all sorts of different statues and gators and instruments. It's just very kind of true to that thought of New Orleans, and the kids really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I agree. And not only that, but the vibe of the people seemed a little bit different. People were relaxed and enjoying their time and having fun, just all around. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it seemed really relaxed. It was awesome. Cool.
Do you have anything bad to add?
Well, not necessarily bad, I guess, but we have to throw something in bad, right? That's the name of the segment, right? Obviously. It didn't have a sit-down restaurant, so that's going to be one that's like a ding, I think. You know, again, us with small kids, we don't really do a lot of sit-down restaurants anyways. But it'd be nice if there was that option again, especially because it's got the the kind of the French Quarter theme, the Mardi Gras theme. They've got the really good bar.
Yeah.
I do feel like it would be a good place for adults to go without the kids even.
Yeah.
Especially because you can take the boat over to Disney Springs right there. Sure. So you could make a weekend out of it, like a little couple's getaway.
You could, for sure.
You're going to be missing that sit-down restaurant though. But again, if you can take the boat over to Disney Springs, you've got
unlock all sorts of options
of dining options there. So I guess again, it's me nitpicking, but if I'm going to say something was bad, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
What about you? Anything else?
My bad's the transportation. You know, I'm a little particular about how I get to the theme parks with a double stroller and two small children. So for me, getting on a bus is just not my favorite. Yeah. We chose to drive to Epcot because it's just a little bit easier for us than waiting for a bus with two anxious kids, folding the double stroller with the diaper bag and all the paraphernalia that goes with two small children. Yeah. So for me, that's kind of the one, again, not bad, just downside to the resort. There's not a gondola, there's not a monorail, there's not a boat. The bus is really your only option unless you have a car and can drive.
Yeah. And then I'll throw in, it wasn't even a really bad one, but it's just like a tip almost.
Yeah.
Mobile order is usually the way to go.
Yeah.
Like in the parks, I love mobile order. I think it saves you tons of time, energy. You can customize things. It's great. Yeah. But here, the mobile order line was like
longer than the actual line. It
must have been 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
We must have waited 30 minutes for our food to get, but there was no lines for any of the other like little stations they had. So I feel like, especially at breakfast, we mobile ordered in the room. We said we were there already. We walked over. We must have waited 20 minutes for our food. They was really busy, which again is not on them, but the lines to grab, you know, the Mickey waffles and everything else was just
pretty quick,
wide open. So I could have just gone up there and grabbed it. It would have probably saved us 20, 30 minutes. But that's kind of not typical either.
No.
And again, it's just maybe they've pushed the mobile order so much and
everyone's
we're all used to it in the parks. Like,
yeah.
That's the only way to do it. And I feel like they just need to maybe up that, like, you know, capacity there, bring a couple of other cast members in there and help that move along. But we're kind of nitpicking. All right, Epic.
I'm cheating and looking at your list.
We're probably going to have the same Epic ones here. But
the pool for me, especially for this trip, was, I mean, this is like probably top 3 favorite pools at Disney for the kids.
Kids had a blast.
I mean, the splash area there is incredible and has 2 water slides. So not only for our little one who is a daredevil, but our older one too, both had a lot of fun running around there. Lots of different, you know, spraying water interactions, the 2 slides like I mentioned. But then the actual slide into the pool was very toddler friendly. I think, you know, if our 11-year-old was with us, maybe not the best for him because he's a little thrill seeker, but I felt completely comfortable letting the kids go on their own up the slide. They went down the slide on their own. We went a couple times. Rather slowly down the slide, but I mean, they went up and down 30, 40, 50 times, the 2 of them.
And it was a little bigger too. I feel like it was, you know, Disney sometimes, I think their pool game isn't the strongest always.
Sure,
especially size-wise, like just like for, again, that's a big resort. Most resorts are pretty big. And it might not be quite as big as it even should be, but it is bigger than some of the other resorts, so I definitely give them props for that. And again, if you're going to go stay there, like, you can't miss the pool. Like, there's no way. There's no way.
You have to plan a pool day in. I mean, we primarily did pool time, and I'm so happy about that. The kids were toast by the end of it, which is always a win for parents, but it was a blast. Overall, 10 out of 10 for me for the pool.
Anything else epic they need to not miss?
Beignets.
I actually wrote down beignets too. I don't love sweets, but man, I feel like most people would be like, these are incredible. Yeah. I mean, they're hot. They're making them fresh. Yeah. Like, you literally you put your name in, you put your order in, then you wait. Yeah. And they're just making them in the back.
And you can order them to go, or you can order them to eat there, which we chose to eat there. Yep. So they have some really cute tables that are set up both inside, you know, the ordering area, and then outside in the courtyard a little bit. There's some outdoor seating as well. But we ordered, each of the kids got their own specialty one. There's some adult specialty beignets.
We did not try those.
We did not. And then there's the basic kind of traditional Mickey beignets, which, I mean, they were great. Kids were happy. I was happy.
You can't miss it. All right. I think that pretty much wraps it up. Anything else you wanted to say about our trip?
Even if you're staying at Riverside, there's an awesome walking path to walk on over. True. Make sure you don't miss the pool or the beignets.
Yeah. It's a good excuse to get some beignets or something, right?
Beignets for breakfast.
If we missed anything, if anything that you guys think is epic that we missed, or any feedback on this, again, we've only stayed the one time, so we probably missed something here or there. If any questions about the resort or anything, let us know down in the comments. Yeah. And again, we'll probably post the resort tours, the room tours. We'll link those down below as soon as we get them up. It might take a little bit. We'll get them up, though, for sure.
We will.
And then, as always, guys, stay epic.